moving on. So Naded, man, I've been a huge fan of Naded. He was like, I like my team was always straight ripping. Like I've supported them since since the day they played like Neighbor and all that. Even when Fonzie and Fallacy were on the team of like Halo 2 straight ripping, but Naded was like probably my favorite player of all time. And to see him like go back and forth and say, um, I'm staying in the game. I'm moving over to Call of Duty. No, I'm quitting my gaming career. Like, what do you think of that, dude?
Oh my god, dude. Like I had a lot to deal with that. Like Naded is my local for one. Okay. So I get a hold of Naded. Okay. This is before Halo 4 comes out. I'm gonna sponsor him. We're gonna work together. We got along real good. Next thing you know, he goes to PAX, and next thing you know, they're like forming this like secret alliance. It's alumni and strong side, and but flame sword he had his badass gamers of royal 2 snakebite enable, so he wasn't really on board, but they like were like, dude, we played for 2 weeks, and MLG's gonna do this Dallas tournament where nobody could play the game, what I mean? And so we'll have the advantage and we could win if the three of us team up. So Alumni, Strong Side, and Naded were going to team up. And so Naded was going to be, he was going to put a team together with me, because that's another thing that I do. I don't just sponsor teams, but I help manage teams and try to like put together the best fit, chemistry wise for teams.
Yeah,
And so, um, when he got back, he's like, "Yeah, I want to work with you, man. I want to do all this, but hey, man, this is an opportunity we can't pass up. We're gonna have the advantage. We're probably gonna be able to win." So it was all good, and it was strong side alumni and Naded, and then next thing you know, um, strong side gets an opportunity to travel the world with Walshy. So next thing, strong side's gone, so they end up picking up Neighbor, I believe, and then they're like, well, who's going to be our fourth? And the next thing you know, they picking up Hysteria and two old Triggers Down guys. So naturally they're like, want to be Triggers Down. Now, we wanted to do something original with them because we work with alumni too, but they ended up being Triggers Down. It was just this like big fiasco. So after at Dallas, like I reunited Boss Nasty and Naded. Like I'm the one that they got them to be friends again, because Boss Nasty is my local as well.
yeah,
But I didn't reunite them for him to do a team house, because Boss Nasty was like, "Oh, dude, Naded, blah blah blah." I got him blocked on Skype and all this stuff. I was like, "Why don't we just go hang out? You guys used to be friends. You guys don't have to do business. Let's just go out for some drinks and have a good time. You guys should be friends. We could all be cool. You know what I mean?" But next thing you know, after we reunite them, Boss Nasty's instantly back trying to get Naded to be part of the team house. So Naded's like, I don't know, man. I wanted to work with Brett, and Boss Nasty's wanted to work with him, but I'm not like gonna fucking make a big deal about it. So we're in Dallas. Boss Nasty's, I snore loud as hell, so Boss
yeah.
Nasty, me and me were sharing a room, and so he goes and Naded, and he's sleeping in Naded's room. But after the tournament was over, we were all getting drunk and having a good time, and Boss Nasty and Brett are having this heart to heart, and they decide to do the team house. And so this is the second time in a row that Naded fucking
Yeah.
didn't want to work with me, or decided to do something else other than work with me. And we still gave him money. Mason ended up giving him like $600 or $900 or something. So and gave him jerseys, and Naded didn't even wear the jerseys, which is whatever. That's just something completely different. I love Naded, but this is what happened. So okay, so we get back, and they're trying to get this team house together, and I'm talking shit to Brett because I find out that they're gonna do COD, and I'm like calling him traded instead of calling him Naded, and I'm like talking a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But it's all friendly. I still call him on the phone. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. I want you to win, but I don't want you to win. I want you to fail miserably. So I'm just confused, and I'm like talking all that shit to him. But it's all friendly shit talk between friends. But I seen him on the W rant, and the W rant, that's when I fucking just flipped out because the W rant guys were like saying all the same shit that I was saying. They're like, people in the stream were like, why should we open you with open arms if COD gets dropped from MLG? You guys are gonna be like gone. You guys are just gonna be, go wherever MLG goes. And the 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 W rant guys were like saying like, we why are you guys jumping over here? You didn't see no Call of Duty guys jumping over to us when we weren't on MLG. We had to stick around, and now we worked with our developers, and we have some crazy people, wanting to, you know, be crazy with the developers and pushy, and we got our settings and all that shit. And I'm listening to these guys talk like that. I'm just getting mad, like madder and madder. Like, how come we can't do this? Why are all the pros leaving? How come our pros aren't like their pros? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in the end of the whole thing, they're like, well, Halo's always had fans, and you guys have fans and people, watching and screaming when you guys make plays. Like, we don't really have that, so we're hoping that you could bring your fans over here. So at the end of the day, man, we're just happy that you guys are coming over here and you're gonna help our community and da 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 da. I was pissed. So that's what spawned the Halo movement, because I was making rant videos before, but that's what officially spawned the Halo movement right there, dude. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It was that moment right there in time
You
that I
pretty
just
much
freaked
flipped
out,
out.
and I made that flip out video where I just ripped his jersey and removed everybody that was
Oh,
playing
dude,
COD.
I love that. I was a bit skeptical about the whole jersey thing, because that's not yours. That's Naded's. It was pretty blunt, but it was what we needed, I guess. And
It was my jersey because I sponsored him, and I got two jerseys from him, and those were the two jerseys, and I had him autograph them,
all
and they
right,
were
all
they
right.
were my they were my jerseys. But it's almost like they weren't mine because it's almost like they belong to the Halo world. So I was wrong because everybody, I believe that was the jersey that Naded was like raging in and yelling carbon, and that was that jersey in that video, dude. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
I ripped.
I
It
saw
was a
that.
piece of MLG history that I ripped up. But you know what? I felt like that was the only way that I could get my voice to be heard, was to just do something inflammatory like that, and it caught his attention. So guess what? The team house fell through. I had a long talk with Naded about Halo. Next thing you know, he's coming back to Halo. Me, Mick Wynn, B Dean, Predevinator, we put Turning Point back together again, and we were rocking hard. Guess what? Next thing you know, Naded retires out of the blue. Then it dominoed. Then everything fell apart. The Activision decided to throw this $1 million tournament. Boom, smoke trails for Mick Wynn. He's off trying to make $1 million in Call of Duty, which didn't work out. But anyways, so he's back to Halo.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that's it. That's what happened with Naded, and we decided to clear up all the smoke. We did an interview,
yeah. But
but
why did he just retire completely, though?
nah, Naded, he'll be back.
You reckon?
Yeah,
I don't know,
he'll
man.
be back. But the thing with Naded is he's so like flaky and he's gonna get mad that I'm like saying this if he sees this video, but it's the truth, man. Like I believe that that's what has held him back from high placings is, like he just like is very. He's an amazing player. He's probably the most skilled player ever to play the game, like individually skilled. But like he's just like flaky, dude. Like he just like you know.
Yeah, he seems a bit like I love the guy. He seems great and all, and great player. But I know what you're saying. How can you say you're gonna do one thing and then do like three different other things?
Yeah, just
It's
he's
so
just
weird,
like
man.
like I said, man. Naded confuses people, man, and I think Naded even confuses himself sometimes. So I don't know, man. I love him. He's a good friend of mine, but I just speaking from the heart and being honest, man. I just think he just confuses me.
Well, I
That's
think
great.
I think the one reason I'm still pumped about Halo in general is just Nashville, having good casters, and I really think that they're gonna like take some time not to like fuck up the streams this time. Like let's go hit like 3K viewers, right? And then we just lose them all because, you don't have a great internet connection. I reckon they'll get all that done. Casters, just I reckon it's gonna be sick to watch, and I'm really.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That AGL guy, Brad, I just don't like him, man. He just seems like a douchebag. I feel like he steals a lot of mine and Mason's ideas. Like we doing this 2v2 tournament, and we're like giving prizes away to the viewers. oh, next thing you know, he's announcing something like, oh, we're giving prizes away to our viewers, just like coincidentally, and like there's there's
Yeah.
there's like two or three other instances where like I just like no, dude, like he stole our ideas. And then the Sud interview, I gotta release it back because I totally failed and put like a picture of Sud 2 on a Sud 1 interview. So that's why I took that down, and I've just been like too lazy to change it and put it back up.
You
But
should
they said that
change the
Brad stole
picture.
their idea as well. Like they were gonna work together, but then he totally stabbed them in the back. The guy just seems like a shady douchebag, and I don't really, you know, I could be wrong. Like I said, I always say I could be wrong because I never met the guy and talked to him and judged him for my, not judged him, but like met him and had an opinion of him or whatever myself. But I know Saucy Swords doesn't like him. Saucy Swords is, you see his like show with Ninja and stuff like that. He's you can just tell that he doesn't like him, man. Like,
I think
and
he
I
does
don't
like
either.
him. I just think he sucks at commentating pretty much. It's just not his thing, you know.
Yeah, dude, get the fuck out of there, dude. Like nobody wants to see you. I know you probably look at yourself in the mirror and you think you're a cool guy with your fucking bona fide boarding shirts and hats and fucking watches and rings and fucking gloves and like just come on, dude. Like don't stop commentating, dude. Just be in the background, run the show, collect the money, be that guy. Like be the boss, be the CEO. Go sit in your leather chair, dude, and fucking look at your money on your fucking online banking. Like, stop, get out in the front of the camera, dude. Nobody wants to look at you. All you do is make me not want to like be part of that.
You
So,
clearly got some hard feelings. Nah, I know. He can be just ruined. Like I'd be watching it, I'd be enjoying it, and then they'd be like, "All right, let's go into the listening," and then like in the most crucial moment of the game, they'd fucking flick back to uh, Brad and Billy's commentating, and you'd be like, "No, dude, I was like, that was a huge part of the game, and I missed out on what they were all communicating and stuff, and just pisses me off how they work like that, yeah." But
yeah, so,
yeah.
I don't know, man. That was a little rant on my part. I it could be wrong, but I don't think I am.